Hello everybody and welcome back to Attack of the B Team and to the final day of the home build. So let's get to it. As you can see, I've got my one side mocked up, and what I've decided to do is use a little bit of marble on the upstairs. We had the floor downstairs being all marble, and I thought maybe a little bit of marble accents upstairs would be nice too. I did a bit of chiseling job on these guys to try and make them look like pillars. So I got this little pillar guy here and the cap, and then I got a pillar along the top. Makes a nice pie symbol on the inside. And I've done the same thing over there, and I've got a nice little walkway. So from here, it's a little bit cut off, but I think it still looks pretty good. Actually, I think it kind of looks even better from here than it does on the inside. But this is about finishing the outdoors here. So what I've done here is bit of work on the sides, so you can actually, I originally didn't have these stairs all the way along the side like that. I do think it kind of gives it a nice look. They might stay, they might go, but the reason that I put them on there though is because you can walk right up the side and then see what's over the edge, right? And jump to, right? And then pull out your bow. Attack the bad guys. Anyhow, it's just an easy way to get up there. If I didn't have them, then it was too high, right? You can't actually jump up on them. If you're a bat, doesn't really matter, but it's more for the look. Same thing on the other side. You look down. And then I did the same thing over here on this side. So through here, got exactly the same look. I put these blocks back here as well to kind of keep the theme. We kind of got this spruce log look going on the upper level on this all the way around. So I've done the same thing even here. You can see it's lined all the way here, and then I extended the here, let's change into the bat form. I think it'd be a little easier to see, but I've also extended out the roofing as well, or the side paneling, right? Have that kind of all the way along the side there as well. And then the same thing again underneath with what we've done on the outside around the front and the back. So those are all the way along like that. These, and yeah, so I think it kind of finishes off nicely. It leaves this as an open area. One actual, one nice little thing about it too is so when you come back in, say from a trip, flying around, getting some resources, I've got a built-in upstairs runway. Boonk, right into the bedroom. Here we go. Now, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen in here. Once the house is built, the interior is going to be a separate job. And so I'm not going to bother with that in this week's worth of videos. But yeah, so like, this is basically about getting the structure of the house together. We've got a nice full corridor here. Looks good. The inside, downstairs as well, and upstairs, that's all to be decided, and I'll just kind of do that as I go, you know, and whenever I make some updates to it, I'll let you guys obviously know and walk you around, show you the things I've done. But these rooms hopefully should be pretty functional in the future, right? So these should be like, well, functional and decorative, I guess, in some sense, but like bedrooms in here. I'm thinking some crafting stations and stuff in here. Obviously still need to figure out how to get down. What I'd like to do, maybe even in this episode, is try out some elevators and see how they work. But for right now, what we want to do is finish building one of those on this side, and then we can basically say the house is complete. So the first thing we need to do is a little bit of breakage. So we don't need this anymore. We don't need this. We don't need this or that. Same thing on the other side. Knock these bad boys out. And then let's replace what we need. So we need some of this. I hope I got everything that we need in the inventory, but there's leftovers as well if we don't. Alright, so we put those guys there. And I think I did, yeah, the same thing over here. Kill those ones. And I'm using a pickaxe instead of an axe to break that wood, because for whatever reason the hammer, or sorry, the axe, the wood axe, doesn't actually cut those well. when you put them in the chisel and put like whatever material you put in the chisel, it seems like the pickaxe works on those instead of the appropriate, like if it was a wood chisel, it's still, you have to use the pickaxe to break it fast anyway. It will break eventually even if you don't. So here, I mean, I can show you over here. So if I try and use the wood axe on this, you see it's like forever. But if I use the pickaxe, donk, gone. So for a little bug, I guess, in the chisel mod. But there you go. Alright, so we got those in place. And now we need to put in our staircases, wooden staircases right here. And we do the same thing that we did all the way around the house. Put those in all the way along the edge here. And I'm doing these first again because I need to put the logs facing down, right? And if I, whoops, that side is done. And if I don't put these on here first, then it's basically impossible to put them facing down when you're facing like the air on that. Even when you try and hit the sides, it faces them against the block that you're touching, right? So put those down first, makes it a lot easier to then just fly above these guys here and place down all of these guys all the way along the edge, just like so. And done. And one more down this side. Oops. And this was a lot of wood gathering to get this. But to get all the wood and all of the stone and cook it all up, to do this entire house, it was just, this has been by far probably one of the biggest projects that I have ever done, building projects in Minecraft. Vanilla or modded or whatever. This is definitely by far the biggest project that I've done. Alright, so now let's put some stone staircases. Now we want to do, actually we need to kill this guy because it'll look funny if we don't. So we'll kill you and we'll kill the one over here on this side as well. And then we want to put a block in there because there's no point having anything else at this point. And then along the bottom of this one, blocks all the way across and a big guy in there. And then we do the same thing on the opposite side. There we go. Block. Gotcha. And block. Alrighty, so, whoops, too close. Look at that. Goes along, just smooth. Alright. So I think, oh yeah, so that looks correct underneath here. I think that's all right. So now the last thing we want to do is in these corners, we want to, this looks a little odd, right? So we're going to put one of these guys right there. And look at that, it like wraps it around. I think that looks really cool. So we'll do the same thing over here. And I found you have to do it on that guy right there. If you do it on the other side, it doesn't look right. So we're going to do it there and over on this one there. Boom. All right, so now we've got our wonderful looking outside, all of that done up nicely. Zombies behind me somewhere anyway. Yeah, that looks pretty even Steven. We still have some the leftover look from this here. I still think that looks all right, so I'll leave that alone. Now the next thing is this kind of fence that is made from upside down stone stairs. We got to get rid of this guy as well. Just like that. Kill these ones. And this one. And then now we take our stairs. And I think, if I remember correctly, I go from the top. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think, yep, that lines up with the middle there. 6, 7, 8. And we got one left over in the middle. Let's go do the other side. Boom, boom. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Oh, darn it. Almost had enough. Where is our... Alright, so we still have a bit of this left. 8, I think, should be enough. Let's go see. More than enough. That's the one we finished, so like that. There we go. And the final touches for this is a stone slab to connect them up and gives it a nice little look in the middle. I think that looks pretty cool. So we got our fence made out of stone. We've got all of that done on the outside. The only thing left to do now is build the interior there. So I'm just going to quickly make it light again, and I'll see you all in a minute. And alrighty then, so now let's build our interior walls from the hallway, the upper hallway here. So what we're going to need is our marble back. I think the best place to start is with that. So we have a marble with a large dent, marble with a, or classic marble panel with a, I think I wanted to do it. Oh no, that's right. Like that. All right, so we need to put 2 of these guys here, like that. And then 2 of these guys, they should be in bat form just because it's easier to build that way. Fly. Boom, boom. Okay, so we got the 2 pillars with the end cap, and we're gonna have to kill these pieces of wood as well, like so. And there we go. Now we've got our pie again, and we need our, well actually I guess while we have all of this in our inventory, why don't we just go over here, or in our hotbar I mean. Let's take out this guy, and 1, 2, 3, 4 end caps, bang bang, and the top pillar. Once again, wonderful pie. All right, so now what we need is some carpenter's blocks, some glass panes, and our doorway. So let's put the carpenter's blocks along the top and on the sides, like that. Do the same thing over here. Oh, did I seriously just run out of carpenter's blocks? Did I? That's because I did it wrong. I actually, in a previous go, I had the windows up here as well, so that must have still been on my mind, and I just thought it was just a bit too much. We got tons of windows already, so let's reduce them here a little bit. I don't think it's actually needed. So there we go. We got 3 back. Boom. Oh, and that's why we have the one on the top here. Like that. Now, we want to put our windows in. Just like that. And our doors. Now, if I remember correctly, the doors started from the outside. Yep, so they're flush. And no torch in the doorway. And a door. And now we need our spruce wood to give it that nice look. And we need our hammer. Where's our hammer? Our hammer to give it the nice glass opening. I think that's what we did over here, right? Yeah. Nice big glass door. So let's give it a glass door and give it the spruce. I'm using the normal spruce just because I like the way it kind of looks like it's framed all the way around. It looks pretty decent. I tried it with this as well, and nah, didn't look good. Didn't like it anyway. My personal opinion. All right, so now, oops, we do need those back because we need to now fill in the top here. so. There we go. And then I think that is finito. Yeah, look at that. There we go. We've got 2 corridors, hallways, ramparts, whatever we want to call them. I guess that would be the corridor through there. And then like a balcony, hallway, open space along the top here. And I'm thinking this, we can call this done. The inside obviously still needs work. A lot of stuff has to go in there, but I don't think I put a bit of torches on the roof because nasties, monsters were all spawning up there. Yeah, and I fixed these that we noticed last episode. That's all fixed. And let's look around. Oh, what? That? No. Okay, I'm sure you guys all noticed that and were screaming at me. But let's fix that as well while we are. We don't have enough. Darn. While we are doing all of this wonderful work, let's make sure that we are done. Not just pretend done. We don't need you, but we do need you. Let's grab 8 just in case. I don't know if we actually need 8, but better safe than having to come back and do it all again. We only actually needed 4. Would have been perfect. Oh well. I'm sure we'll need these stairs again in the future, so let's just check. That looks all right. That looks all good. That one looks correct. Same here. Nice and symmetrical. All of these have nice ways all the way around. I think that looks awesome. I am really happy with this place. I think it looks really good. Now there's some touching up that can be done out front as well. Like we need to put in like a path, some kind of pathway, probably more bushes. You know, just add some character and style to it all the way around. All this, we might need to clear out some of this, like level this out maybe a bit from the side so that it's not so mountainous right beside. I like that we have another little lake just over here. I think that's pretty cool. And same back here, it's pretty dense. I kind of like it, but at the same time, this can be fixed, right? We just got this massive wall right beside our windows. Oh look at the wonderful view. It's stone. Stone. No, we don't want stone. Make the stone and the dirt go away. So we'll clean all of this up. And yeah, there we go. We have a finished home. I think that looks really awesome. So some exterior decorating around the outsides, definitely some interior decorating, and definitely got to do something in here to make this a bit prettier. Do something with these here. But yeah, just make this a nice little place. But we now have a finished home. And in this home, with a finished home, I mean, like this, we now have the ability to get into a bunch, and when I say ability to get into a bunch of other mods, I don't mean that we didn't have the ability to do that before, but I didn't want to get into a bunch of the really involved and intricate mods until I had more of a permanent home. I really like that ceiling. I really like that. That looks really cool. But yeah, I haven't been downstairs in a while. This is cool. I really like that. Yeah. Oh well. Sorry, I'm amazed with my own house. That's good. I'm gonna live in it. So I'm just shocked that I actually built this. I'm really shocked that I was able to actually build this. Of course, a wonderful, huge shout out to Keralis again, because if it wasn't for his genius, I wouldn't have been able to have the starting points for all of this, like these starter houses on the sides, connecting it all up and everything. I don't know, it's just this was a really fun project, and I like how it turned out. But yeah, so anyhow, some of the mods that I want to start getting into now that we have a real home base and not just a little cave under the ground by spawn that we stayed at for quite some time, is things like there's thermal expansion and going to some of the other realms, and there's like item piping and power and like a whole bunch of really cool things that basically you want to put into a place that is more permanent. And now I have a permanent place, so that's what we're going to start to get going, because there is a ton of machines. I guess I could just bring up this interface here. There are a ton of machines. I think the mod is thermal expansion, but yeah, like there's all these different machines and reinforced portable like tanks, energy cells, conduits. Yeah, like here we got a redstone furnace, a pulverizer, a sawmill, induction smelter, magma crucible, fluid transposer. Yeah, like just aqueous accumulator. Yeah, so I mean, and some of these things do some really cool stuff, so we're gonna want to get into these and play around with them a bit, and they all require power, right? So we need to build these, like the steam dynamo, and get into some, we got all these. I think this is the very first one we can build, but like, yeah, like look at all this stuff. We gotta start making up some crazy stuff. But yeah, so we can start building these machines and get into some automation, because I have been doing everything manually for forever now, and I'm ready to basically set up some machines and let them do the work for me, instead of me having to do everything all the time. We also want to get into the last bits of the I'm at a loss. I've completely forgotten what this thing is called. This is a smeltery from Tinker's Construct. There we go. But there is a whole new set of tools, or not new set, but a whole another advanced set of tools that I want to set up as well. So we need to get all of our stations set up all around this, and get this item system set up that I'm talking about, so that we can just throw everything away and we don't have this massive storage problem all the time. And I'm about to die of starvation. But yeah, so that's why I've been waiting on that stuff, to have a place to build and have it be more permanent. And I'm really excited about it. So there is a ton more things to do, and I will leave you with a view of our wonderful, I wonder, is there a way, how do we do the, yeah, there we go. I'll leave you with a view of the house all completed, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.